All right, my powerful, expansive, and truth-seeking Sagittarius souls, gather close. I need you to lean in for this one. Are you ready to hear something that might just shake the very ground beneath your feet? Because right now, in this precise moment, the cosmos is not just whispering, it is roaring a celestial symphony of guidance specifically for you. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just another video you've stumbled upon while scrolling through the endless noise of the internet. This is a divine appointment, a potent, powerful cosmic crescendo designed to catch your attention. There is a reason you are here, Sagittarius. You are the philosopher kings and queens of the zodiac. Ruled by Jupiter, your sign is the sign of abundance, expansion, and the relentless pursuit of ultimate truth. You are the archer always aiming your arrow beyond the visible horizon, seeking higher meaning, knowledge, and unbridled freedom. You feel the pull of the distant lands more deeply than anyone else, don't you? You sense the potential for a life bigger and more audacious than the one you are currently living. And today is the day we stop aiming at small targets and start striking the bullseye of your destiny. Can you feel it, that subtle hum of electricity in the air? That's your intuition, your legendary Sagittarian gut instinct telling you that this message was written in the stars just for you. Now, looking beyond just our Sagittarius family, let's expand this circle. This message extends to every single chosen soul tuning in today, regardless of your star sign. Listen to me closely, my friends. This moment is not casual. It is not random. It is certainly not accidental. It is divine. It is orchestrated. The universe has pulled you aside, gently but firmly. Think about where you are right now. Maybe you're in a quiet room. Maybe you're on a walk. Maybe you've just sought a moment of peace in a busy day. That impulse to click on this video, that wasn't an algorithm, that was an alignment. The heavens have plucked you out of the chaos, away from the confusion, and are actively distancing you from every single competing voice that has been trying to drown out your inner truth. Why this sudden need for solitude? Why this feeling of being set apart? Because the divine God, the universe, source energy, has something specific, something urgent, and something beautiful to say to you. And this message is so vital, so life-altering, and so delicate in its power that it demands absolute silence to be heard. It cannot compete with the traffic of the world. It requires the sanctuary of your soul. We are in a season where the subtle whispers of the past are no longer enough. Have you felt the intensity rising? It's like the volume knob on reality is being turned up. This is a season where the universe is raising its voice within your spirit because your destiny, your grand, expansive destiny, is at stake. We are at a tipping point, a crossroads of timeline and potential. Too many other voices have been taking up rent in your mind, haven't they? Be honest with yourself for a moment. The voice of fear, constantly listing the things that could go wrong and prevent the big trip. The voice of doubt, questioning your right to such massive freedom. The crushing pressure of society telling you that you should settle down, stop searching, and accept a limited map. The echoes of old pain replaying memories that tried to convince you the grand adventure is too risky. And yes, even the deceptive whispers of cynicism. Those energy vampires that try to keep your light small because your unshakable optimism intimidates their darkness. But right now, beautiful souls, a magnificent shift is occurring. The cosmos is actively silencing every voice but its own. It is stripping away the distractions. It is shutting down the confusion. It is commanding your attention with a divine authority that shakes the soul awake. What is being revealed to you today is not just simple encouragement. Oh no, this is much bigger than a pep talk. This is an instruction. It is a cosmic command. It is a blueprint for your next epic journey. Because the truth is, your next breakthrough, your next financial leap, your next level of understanding, it all depends on what you hear and what you accept in this holy moment. Now, before we dive deeper into this ocean of wisdom, before we start unlocking these secrets, I need to know you are with me. I need to know that your frequency is locked on to this station. I need to know you are ready to claim this clarity and step out of the fog. If your spirit is nodding along, if you feel that resonance in your chest, that knowing that goes beyond logic, then I need you to make a declaration right now. This is how we anchor the energy. In the comments below, I want you to type, "I am tuned in." Don't just think it, type it. Let the universe know you are listening. Let the community know you are present. Don't just watch passively. Engage your energy with this message by typing, "I am tuned in." You are telling your subconscious mind that you are open, receptive, and ready for the download. Let's lock this frequency down together. Now let's talk about the symptoms of this shift. Let's talk about why you've been feeling the way you have. Have you been feeling restless lately? Perhaps a little agitated like a caged horse, or confused like you're reading a map upside down? Have you felt pulled in 1,000 superficial directions? Or perhaps completely stalled like your flight to freedom has been delayed? Maybe you felt like you're walking through a thick fog, unable to see the path ahead, and it's making you anxious. Well, my dear friends, let me offer you a new perspective. Let me hand you the lens of the spirit. That restlessness isn't a punishment. That confusion isn't a failure. It is a divine disconnection. The universe is actively unplugging you. It is pulling the cords that connected you to the voices, the vibrations, the people, and the places that have kept your vision small. It is a separation process. Think of it like a master gardener pruning a rose bush. When the divine prepares to elevate you, the first thing that happens is a cleansing of your atmosphere. You cannot bring the clutter of the valley to the summit of the mountain. That discomfort you feel, it's not chaos. It's divine rearrangement. It is the sound of furniture being moved in the spiritual realm to make space for your new throne. The universe is removing every sound that creates static. It is filtering out every frequency that causes interference. It is removing every person who acts as an anchor, dragging down your boundless spirit, and every habit that clouds your legendary optimism. The enemy of your progress has been whispering lies to you for far too long. These lies are insidious. They sound like your own voice, but they aren't. They whisper, "You're too much." They say, "You should be more realistic." They hiss, "It's too late for you to start that new degree, that new business, that new life in a different country. You missed your chance." Or, "You should just give up, stay safe, and settle for less adventure." These whispers have a specific agenda to drain your battery, to siphon off your expansive creative energy. They are designed to distract you from your Jupiter-fueled power. But here is the secret the negative forces don't want you to know. They cannot steal your destiny. Your destiny is written in the stars, etched by the finger of the divine. It is irrevocable. So, because they cannot touch your destiny, what do? They aim for your identity. They try to break your belief in who you are. They try to make you forget you are the unshakable seeker of truth. But today we break that cycle. Today we smash that mirror of distortion. Today we listen to a different voice. A voice that thunders from the heavens and whispers from your heart simultaneously. You are mine. You are chosen. Your path is protected, and your future is massive. When the divine speaks, it carries a specific signature. You will know it because it feels different than the noise of the world. It carries clarity sharp as a laser. It carries peace deep as the ocean. It carries direction steady as a compass. It carries a restoration of your true identity. You are being called back into alignment. You are being called back into that supreme confidence that is your birthright. You are being reminded that you do not belong to your fear. You do not belong to the opinions of others. You do not belong to your past failures. Those were lessons, not life sentences. You belong to the grand vision the universe holds for you. This process you are in right now, it is a cosmic detox for your spiritual ears. You are shifting from listening to the need to retreat to listening to the call to expand. You are moving from tuning into doubt to tuning into destiny. From listening to insecurity to listening to your true, authentic power. The soundtrack of your life is being rewritten track by track, beat by beat, replacing the dirge of despair with the anthem of victory. Understand this deeply, my friends, and let it sink into your bones. Every major breakthrough begins with a shift in your hearing. Before the money hits your bank account, before the new relationship enters your door, before the opportunity to travel, the world manifests in your reality, the hearing changes within you. Before the universe opens a new door, it silences the old noise so you can hear the lock turning. Your next level isn't going to be unlocked by striving harder, pushing faster, or grinding yourself into the dust with exhaustion. No, that is the old way. The new way, the enlightened way, is unlocked by tuning your spiritual ear to the right frequency. You cannot step into a new dimension of success while carrying the old voices of failure. You cannot enter a season of massive wealth while listening to the playlist of poverty and lack. You cannot build a relationship of trust while listening to the echoes of betrayal. The atmosphere of your next level requires a purity of focus. This is why the tug in your spirit has been so strong lately. You are being prepared inwardly for an outward explosion of blessings. This brings us to a profound truth. The universe is changing what you tolerate. Have you noticed that lately? Have you noticed that you just can't deal with the drama anymore? It's not that you're angry. You're just done. You can't stomach the gossip. You can't sit in environments that lower your vibration. You walk into a room, and if the energy is off, you want to leave immediately. That isn't you becoming arrogant. That isn't you becoming antisocial. That is your spirit, rejecting what no longer fits. You are outgrowing the old shell. The conversations that used to shape you no longer fit your grand new identity. You are becoming sensitive not because you are weak, but because you are being fine-tuned. Think of a high-performance military-grade receiver. It can pick up a signal from the other side of the world, but it has to be incredibly sensitive to do so. You are becoming that instrument. Your sensitivity is your superpower. Your sensitivity is your preparation. It ensures that when the instruction for your next step comes, when the coordinate for your miracle is broadcast, you won't miss it. You will hear it with crystal clarity. Everything around you might feel like it's tightening, like a bow being drawn back. The tension is palpable, but remember, the arrow cannot fly forward unless the bow is drawn back. That tension, that is potential energy gathering for your launch. God is ensuring that when He speaks next, you won't just hear a noise. You will recognize the direction instantly. This clarity is your advantage. This focus is your weapon. This tuning is your ultimate preparation. The world is noisy, my friends. It is a cacophony of distractions. But you are developing selective hearing. You are tuning out the world to tune in the divine. And why is this so important? Why is this clarity the key to everything? Because the word of the divine overrides every earthly voice. In this season, the battle isn't external. It's not about the economy or the job markets or what your neighbor is doing or what the news says. The battle is internal. It is about what whispers you allow to take root in the garden of your mind. Heaven is making it undeniably clear. What has been spoken over you holds the highest authority. Let's talk about spiritual jurisdiction. If the universe says you are chosen for expansion, no amount of earthly rejection can unchoose you. Your boss can fire you. Your partner can leave you. Your friends can betray you. But they cannot strip you of your chosen status. If the divine says you are blessed with fortune, Jupiter's favor, no curse can touch you. No hex, no bad vibe, no evil eye has power over a soul that knows it is blessed by the Most High. If your destiny says you are rising, no pit, no setback, no delay, and no enemy can stop that ascent. You might stumble, you might fall, but gravity works differently for the chosen. You always bounce back higher. These aren't just motivational quotes for your refrigerator. These are spiritual laws. They are divine verdicts. They are as real as the law of gravity. Your circumstances might fluctuate like the tides up and down, high and low, but your calling is as solid as the bedrock beneath the ocean. Your emotions might shift like the wind changing day to day, but your identity is the mountain that breaks the wind. The word of the divine stands forever. It doesn't expire. There is no use-by date on your potential. It doesn't weaken over time. It doesn't bend under pressure. When the universe speaks, time obeys. Physics aligns. Creation rearranges itself. Destiny unfolds. It might look like a delay to you, but in the grand scheme, it is perfect timing. You are being called to stand on this truth like it is the only solid ground in the room, because frankly, it is. Everything else is temporary. Opinions change, trends fade. The expert advice of today is the folly of tomorrow. But the promise is eternal. When you anchor yourself to that, you become unshakable. You become a force of nature. You silence the lies, not by arguing with them, but by ignoring them. You step into the future that has already been secured for you. My beautiful friends, you are walking into a season of divine confirmation. Do you know what that looks like? It looks like synchronicities. It looks like seeing repeating numbers 11113333777 winking at you from the clock. It looks like thinking of someone and they call you. It looks like answers to prayers arriving in the most unexpected ways. Everything that felt blurry is about to snap into high definition. The pieces of the puzzle that have been scattered on the floor are about to fly together to form a picture of immense beauty. Everything that felt confusing is about to align with geometric precision. This is not a season for wondering if or when. We are done with the maybe. This is a season of witnessing. You are shifting from questioning to seeing, from hoping to receiving, from waiting to walking, from surviving to thriving. The universe is preparing to validate every whisper it ever placed in your heart. You know those dreams, the ones you were afraid to speak aloud, the ones you buried deep because they seemed too big, too audacious, too crazy. Those dreams are about to be confirmed. The universe is going to sign off on them. Doors that felt locked, bolted shut with rusty padlocks are going to swing wide open as if greased by divine oil. Paths that were hidden in the undergrowth, invisible to the naked eye, are going to reveal themselves as paved roads leading straight to your destination. These sudden shifts aren't coincidences. Do not call them luck. Luck is for the unprepared. This is favor. These are markers. They are the universe saying, I told you I had you. I told you I was working while you were waiting. The ancient scriptures say that the vision is for an appointed time. And though it may seem to tarry, wait for it because it will surely come. It will not be late. It will not be early. It will be right on time. This means your blessings are scheduled. They have an appointment time in the cosmic calendar. They are guaranteed. Heaven doesn't tease you with illusions. The universe doesn't plant a desire in your soul just to frustrate you. If you have the desire, you have the capacity to fulfill it. So what is your assignment in all of this? If God is doing the heavy lifting, what do? Your assignment is simple, yet it requires strength and discipline. Your assignment is to guard the gates. You must hear what is being spoken by the divine and refuse to hear anything else. Protect your faith like a rare, exotic seed in a harsh winter. Guard your spirit like a treasure chest filled with gold. Silence the contradictions. When a thought comes in that says you can't, you must immediately counter it with I can and I am. This is not the time for second guessing. This is not the time for analyzing the how. The how is God's job. The yes is your job. This is the time for spiritual agreement. When your ear aligns with the divine voice, your life aligns with the divine plan. It is cause and effect. It is as natural as gravity. You align and then you shine. Let's seal this right now. We are going to shift the energy in this digital space. We are going to create a vortex of power. I want you to close your eyes for a moment if you can safely do so. Take a deep breath. Inhale that new possibility, that new freedom. Feel it filling your lungs. Now exhale the old smoke, the old doubt, the old stress. Let it go. Divine Source, mighty universe, architect of the stars, we come before you with open hearts and open hands. We are ready to receive the fire of truth. You are the force that speaks light into darkness, order into chaos, and strength into weakness. Right now, in this holy instant, release your clarity into the life of every single soul listening to this. Let your truth pierce every cloud of fear like the morning sun. Let it lift every weight of anxiety that has been sitting on their chest. Let it silence every whisper of doubt that keeps them up at night. Silence the voices of insecurity that tell them they are frauds. Shut down the pressure of comparison that steals their joy. Break every mental chain, every generational curse, every limiting belief that has tried to distort the beautiful destiny you have written for them. Let your voice rise in our spirits like thunder shaking the foundations of every limitation. Restore our spiritual hearing. Lift the fog. Clear the heaviness. Heal every wound that made us question our worth. Ignite a holy fire inside of us. A fire that revives purpose, awakens courage, and melts fear like wax before a flame. Let your instruction be our compass. Let your presence be our peace. Let your joy be our strength. We declare right now that every chain created by false narratives is breaking. We can hear the sound of them falling. Every confusion is lifting. Every distraction is falling away. We are positioned for divine opportunities. We are shielded from every trap. Our minds are covered in wisdom, and our hearts are filled with supernatural confidence. We step into our power. We step into our abundance. We step into our love. And, Father Universe Source, for every person who has connected with this message, for every soul who has typed I am tuned in, for everyone who has subscribed, who has liked, who has shared this beacon of light, honor their heart, bless their obedience, multiply favor over their lives. Open unexpected doors that no man can shut. Release breakthroughs in their finances. Let the abundance flow. Release healing in their bodies. Release restoration in their families. Let this act of connection be a seed that brings a harvest of clarity, a harvest of peace, and a harvest of elevation. My friends, open your eyes. Feel that shift. That is the feeling of realignment. You are entering a season where the voice of truth will drown out every lie, where clarity replaces confusion, where divine confidence replaces fear. Lift your head, Sagittarius. Lift your head, chosen one. Strengthen your heart. Anchor your spirit. Because if the universe has called you here to hear this, it means something undeniable, unstoppable, and unexplainable is about to happen in your life. You are on the precipice of greatness. The other voices are falling silent. The stage is being cleared. The spotlight is on you. Your life is about to confirm what the heavens have already spoken. The voice of God is your future. Thank you for being here. Thank you for partnering with this high vibration. Remember, you are not just a participant in your life. You are the explorer of your reality, and you are fully capable of achieving your wildest dreams. Stay tuned, stay focused, stay blessed, and as always, stay unlocked. I'll see you in the next video.